Hello friends and welcome. How would you like to have makeup products that feel like skincare, are actually good for your skin, have good color payoff and coverage, and most importantly, don't cost an arm and a leg? Well, with the advent on February 18th of the Drugstore clean skincare brand Versed into the world of clean beauty makeup, we may have truly found the Goldilocks of clean beauty makeup. But since the skincare brand has traditionally focused on the 18 to 50-year-old market with their products, will these makeup products also work well for those of us who are over 50? Well, that's what we'll be finding out today as I test 7 of their 15 brand spanking new makeup products. If this is your first time dropping by this channel, welcome. And for those of you who are part of our returning family, I am so glad that you've joined us again. We're a family of women over 50 who love exploring the makeup tips, techniques, and products that can help us go from good to gorgeous. And as a makeup artist who launched my business specifically to focus on the beauty needs of our over 50 demographic, I love sharing how we can look our best and the products that are our best bets to get us there. Now on to trying some exciting new drugstore clean beauty makeup products. The brand Versed is known for shaking up drugstore skincare with high-performance clean skin products that are priced below $25 per product. When they were in the process of doing their research for this clean beauty makeup launch, they found that products that felt good on the skin often didn't last, or they didn't have the right level of long-lasting pigment. Or if they did have a good level of pigment, they didn't have really good skincare benefits. They wanted to create a makeup line that feels like skincare in texture and has effective skincare ingredients, but doesn't compromise on color payoff or coverage. And here's the real kicker. They wanted to do all of this at an affordable price point. Well, needless to say, this mission sounds about as easy as finding a way out of a maze or fending off a dragon. So let's just see how well they did. After applying my Timeless Coenzyme Q10 Serum and my Matrixyl Synthy 6 serums today, I applied several of my favorite Versed skincare products, which I'll be highlighting in my March 27th video. My Versed Brightening Serum, Brightening Eye Gel, and Moisture Cream. Although this new makeup line from Versed does include a tinted brow gel and 5 shades of liquid eyeshadow, I don't have these particular products, so I used my Makeup by Mario Eye Primer, my ABH Brow Powder, and Maybelline's Express Brow Mascara Gel. And my eyeshadow today is from NYX. It's one of my favorite palettes of theirs, and it's called their Vintage Jean Baby. So the very first Versed makeup product that I'll be using today is their Lifting and Defining Mascara. It comes in both a black and a brown color, and I wouldn't normally wear black, but I have it in brown today. It's described as a lifting and lengthening mascara that does not clump, and it supposedly also does not smudge or flake. So let's give it a try and see what we think. First, a little eyelash curling, and I have a particular method that I want to share with you. Those of you who have watched my videos already probably are familiar with this method, but it works better than any other thing I've tried with an eyelash curler. So first, you want to get as close as possible to the base of your lashes, and then you want to lift your arm so it's almost horizontal, and this gives you much better curl. Then you hold it there for 5 seconds, and then you stair step up your lashes, holding for 5 seconds each time. And as you can see, that gives a pretty darn good curl. Now, to be honest, I have absolutely never used brow mascara, so I don't know how much this is going to do for my lashes, but we'll give it a try. I do like the wand. Okay, this is pretty impressive. It very quickly seems to lengthen my lashes and separate them. And I see absolutely no clumping. And by the way, here's another quick way to curl your lashes without an eyelash curler. While these eyelashes are still wet, I'm going to put my finger horizontally and push back on my lashes until they dry. And as you can see, that gives them even more curl. You do have to wipe off your finger, but that's a small price to pay. This definitely is more of a lengthening rather than volumizing mascara. But I really like the way it lifts the lashes. And to me, the no clumping is a pretty big deal. This gives a really natural look to the lashes, which I think is one of the reasons they wanted this kind of mascara, because I think this brand as a whole is really more about a natural look. And then let me just touch my bottom lashes. And by the way, you'll find all the Verse products I'm using today linked below in the description box, and also linked through the YouTube shopping, which is below this video. And for those of you who aren't in the US, Revolve and Cult Beauty offers skincare products from Verse, and hopefully they'll also soon be offering their makeup products. Well, next up is one of the Verse makeup products that I am most excited about trying. It's their multi-serum skin tint with a 40 SPF that costs $19.99, and it comes in 14 shades. Now, in full transparency, I'm using Verse products that were sent to my beauty director daughter, which she has generously let me use today. However, we unfortunately don't have the same skin undertone, so I'll be applying the skin tint in 3P, which stands for peach, which will not be the best match for my skin. My best shade would be 7C according to the shade selector system on the Verse website, but at least we'll be able to see if the Serum skin tint feels like skincare and is lightweight, and we'll also be able to judge how much coverage it has. Well, quite honestly, I usually don't invest in skin tints since they usually don't have enough coverage for me, but from what I've heard from others, including my daughter, this product does have pretty good coverage. It's described on the website as a nourishing serum with buildable coverage that corrects uneven skin tone, protects with mineral SPF 40, and gives a lit from within hydrating glow that lasts all day. Now, since I only use physical or mineral sunscreens, since they sit on the skin rather than absorb into the bloodstream, and since I also prefer medium buildable coverage with some glow, I am really excited to see how this product performs. So let's give it a try. This is a lot to live up to. I'm going to shake it well. I'm going to just dot it on first. This does already look like it has more coverage than a normal skin tint. Well, considering this is not a match for my skin, it's actually not too bad. I really didn't want to order a product in my skin tone until I determined that this was really a product that would work for me. Boy, you know, this is giving me equal coverage to some of my medium coverage foundations. This is surprising. But then my daughter rarely leads me astray in her assessment of products. Now I am putting this on over the moisturizer from Verse, so I would think this would be a good combination. Well, I have to say, so far, I'm pretty impressed. Since I don't have the Verse Serum Concealer, I'm going to apply my normal under eye corrector, concealer, and powder, and I will be right back. This $14.99 bronzer comes in 3 shades and is formulated with a sheer pigment. This is so it can be built up and blended out without looking overdone. It's also described as a creamy formula that adds natural warmth and glow without looking patchy. I have the shade called August, which is the lightest light medium shade. Although the how to use directions indicate that it can be applied directly to the skin or applied with fingers or a brush, I'm going to go ahead and apply it to the back of my hand first and then use my brush. And here's what this shade looks like. Picks up nicely with the brush. Yeah, this is definitely blending out, so it's very sheer. I'm going to pick it up directly from the applicator with the brush. Okay, that's giving me a little bit more. It's not a strong amount of color, but it is giving some definition. And then I'm going to go under the jawline. You can build it up a little bit. And of course there are deeper shades. This is the lightest one. And now I'm just going to go over the edges with my foundation brush. And here's what it looks like. The 5 shades of the blush stick range from Pinch, which is a peachy pink, to Deco, which is a cool bright pink. The shade Bloom is a rosy mauve, Cozy is a warm berry shade, and Brownstone is a rusty red. I'll swatch the 2 colors that I have, which are the peachy pink shade Pinch and the cool bright pink shade Deco. Pinch is on top and Deco underneath. These applied so easily to the back of my hand, and they really gave quite a bit of pigment, which surprised me. This product can be used both on the cheeks and the lips, and it's described as having a lightweight, flexible, easy to layer formula that can provide a wash of color or be built up for a more pigmented look. I'm going to apply the Cool Bright Pink shade Deco. Since the bronzer was so easy to apply directly from the applicator with the brush, I'm going to take that same approach with the blush. Okay, I'm just getting a very light wash of color. Not even sure if you can see it coming through. But let's see if this can be built up. Taking a good amount on my brush. Oh, yes, definitely I can. This really does glide onto the skin. It feels very hydrating. I always like to bring a little bit of my blush up over my brow. It just gives a little bit more of a cohesive look. And also like to dab a little bit of the blush over the eyeshadow. Now this also does seem to have a bit of a natural glow to it. Adding highlighter is always one of my favorite makeup steps since it brings that wonderful glow back to our skin. So let's see what this brand has in store for us with highlighters. The Versed Illuminator is made with both nourishing ingredients and superfine pearl for a natural dewy glow. It's meant to instantly make our skin look more luminous, but like we have nothing really on our skin, and layers well over other products. And with that said, it's always a good idea to tap products on over our foundation rather than swiping or rubbing them on, since tapping on products is far less likely to disturb our makeup products underneath. This highlighter is described as having a lit from within glow that's never shimmery or sparkly, and it costs $14.99. It comes in 3 shades: Sinner, which is a warm copper, Polished, which is a cool rose gold, and Baroque, which is what I have, which is a silver champagne. Adding highlighter is a really wonderful classic technique since it defines our bone structure by highlighting areas of our face where the light naturally hits and which are meant to shine. So I'll apply it to the tops of my cheekbones, the highest points of my forehead, the center of the chin, and the top of the Cupid's bow to make my lips look a little bit larger. The shade Baroque is on top and Polished is underneath it. I'm going to apply Baroque. This reminds me so much of the Merit Beauty highlighter because it provides just a gorgeous soft glow, nothing shimmery, nothing glittery, really nice. And just to my chin a little bit, to the top of my forehead. Then I'm going to take just a little bit on this eyebrow brush and apply it to the top of my lip line, just the Cupid's bow area. And just tap that in. In addition to offering an exfoliating lip scrub and a lip recovery mask, Versed offers 2 main lip products: a smoothing lip blush that comes in 5 shades and costs $10.99, and a tinted lip serum at $11.99. And that also comes in 5 shades. Before I swatched these a few days ago for the first time, I assumed that the smoothing lip blush would be similar to a standard lipstick formula, but it is definitely not. This is actually a lip balm that provides a touch of color with a smoothing, soft, matte finish. It feels like a balm, it hydrates like skincare, and it gives lips a pigment that can be built up. One swipe gives a sheer wash of color, but it can be built up for a bolder but still soft and blurred lip look. I have the 2 colors Scene, which is a neutral pink, and Reserve, which is a brown berry. I'll swatch these for you. Scene is on top and Reserve is beneath it. And I had to rub these across the back of my hand quite a few times to get this payoff. The tinted lip serums also come in 5 shades: Bake, which is a warm beige, Flamingo, which is a peachy coral, and the 3 shades that I have: the bright cool pink shade Pop, the rich cherry shade Gem, and the shade Compliment, which is a rosy taupe. These are sheer lip tints that give a soft, glossy shine and a pop of color. And because of the skincare moisturizing ingredients, they're described as feeling like skincare for the lips. You just click and swipe on once for just a hint of color, and swipe on more for a glossier, bolder look. Let's first swatch all 3 of the shades I have so I can decide which color to apply. Compliment is on top, and then Pop, and then Gem. I'll apply the neutral pink lip blush shade Scene and then the bright cool pink tinted lip serum Pop after applying my L'Oreal Age Perfect lip liner. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of the deepest color gem over the top. Let's do a first impressions quick review of these products. Now, of course, this is only a first impression, so I'll definitely have to spend more time working with these products, but here are my initial thoughts. The Lifting and Defining Mascara is a really nice, lightweight formula that didn't weigh down my lashes at all. It did a really nice job of lifting and lengthening them. It was one of my favorite products. The bronzer stick blended easily, shears out easily, and provided some nice soft definition. If you're looking for stronger definition, this is definitely not the bronzer for you. The blush stick had a nice, smooth, natural finish, was really blendable, and the soft color can definitely be built up. I really liked how hydrating it felt and the lovely soft glow that it created. And I really loved the illuminating stick. It reminded me, as I mentioned, a lot of the Merit highlighter since it created a lovely natural dewy glow rather than looking overly shimmery or sparkly. The smoothing lip blush is like a tinted lip balm and has a smooth natural finish that does glide onto the lips. It, however, is not super moisturizing, but it didn't dry out my lips either. However, I had to rub it across my lips a number of times to get the kind of color payoff that I wanted. Now, if you're looking for just a really soft lip color, you can probably blur this out and it would be perfect. But my personal preference is just a stronger, easier to apply lip look. The Tinted Lip Serum has a lovely sheen, and I do like the click up button for this type of product. This one was a winner. As we all know, finding good face makeup is a real challenge, especially if we want it to feel lightweight, but also have good coverage as well as SPF protection. It's difficult to find any product that checks all of these boxes, but the Versed Multi-Serum definitely evened out my skin tone. It didn't feel heavy in the least, but it did seem to emphasize my pores slightly. The finish offered just the right amount of very soft glow. I'm going to have to work with this serum a little bit more, but I was impressed with the coverage and how lightweight it feels. I also plan to try some of several other Versed new makeup products, their Serum Concealer, Tinted Brow Gel, and Face Primer, as well as their Glow Drops. But right now the Glow Drops only come in a sheer golden shade or a bronze shade, so I'm hoping Versed will come out with some additional colors that would work a little bit better for my skin tone. I'd love to know if you've tried any of these new Versed makeup products, and if so, which ones you especially liked, or which ones you might like to try. And I also want to take a moment to give a shout out to a lovely woman by the name of Margaret, whom I recently met during an online makeup consultation with her. We had an absolutely wonderful time, and she was an absolute delight. So Margaret, if you're watching, I just want to let you know what a special pleasure it was meeting you and working with you. One of the things we talked about during our time together was eyebrows, which I know are a real challenge for so many of us. So if you're dealing with brow issues, I think you might find this video to be helpful. I've linked it in the pinned comment section below, as well as in the description box. And if you'd enjoy working together during an online makeup consultation, just drop me a line at boomerandbeyondbeauty@gmail.com and we'll make it happen. Until next time, I wish you good health and happiness, and I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Take care.